Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. This video I'm bringing to you a volatility 75 strategy on how to combine multiple factors, multiple confluences, and get a very high win rate. So basically we are going to be looking at structure, we are going to be looking at how to combine a break and retest of support and resistance, how you can combine it with trend line to get very good entry opportunities. Alright, so basically this strategy works for Volatility 75, also for forex pairs as well. So you want to watch this video to the end if you want to increase your win rate. Alright, so okay traders, welcome to my channel. I am Full Kingsley. By the grace of God, I bring to you guys strategies, tutorials on the forex market, volatility indices, metals like gold, Nasdaq, VIX75, many other instruments. You want to subscribe to the channel by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss out. So basically, if you look at our chart in front of us, we have the 1 hour time frame and we have a downtrending market, right? So we simply have a market creating series of lower lows and lower highs, right? So basically, most often there are times where you are going to see price create lower lows like this and create lower highs, and when price create a lower low like this, there are moments where price leaves behind a support zone or resistance depending on the trend. Now in this situation here, you see that here this point automatically, as price came and rejected here, price will automatically come back now to find, sometimes price will now come to find support above that zone there, right? And you see that sometimes when price come now, you see that this zone that was initially a support has now become a resistance. So sometimes you see price move like this and then create resistance and then it breaks and turns support, and you see that you can basically catch a move by entering either using an aggressive break where you just enter based on this breakout, or you wait for price to pull back, and when price pull back you can increase your confidence by maybe using a trend line to add to it. You can use support to add to it, and then you are just trying to see how to use multiple factors and then you increase your win rate, right? Sometimes you can just connect your trend line like that, all right, and then you wait for price to come back from here and then hit. You are seeing that this is going to act as what? Resistance, at the same time acting as diagonal or dynamic resistance, which is with the use of a trend line, and then which will increase your entry, right? So basically that's what we have on our chart here. Okay, and you see that there are times where you've seen price create lows, it moves, it creates low, alright. You see how it got rejected here a couple of times, okay, got rejected a couple of times, it breaks and then comes back and retests, it drops, right? It does the same thing, right? You can see it breaks, then it comes back and retests, it goes, right? And then you can see here, this is another scenario here. So you need to just identify situations where price leaves behind wicks like this. Okay, after it leaves wick, it goes up, it comes back, and then once it breaks through, it comes and then retests. Alright, now before sharing with you the aggressive entry, you first of all need to have gone toward a bigger time frame. Alright, now we are identifying these things based on smaller time frame, but if you look at it, you need to be trading based on the nature of the trend of the market. Right, now if you look at the daily, you see a very strong downtrending market from the daily time frame perspective. So you see from the daily time frame we have a very strong downtrending market, and you see a very strong swing. This is an impulsive swing of price moving down, and you see now that here, for instance, if you had price create this low, right, it pulls, creates low, it pulls, it creates, right? And if you see a swing like this in the daily time frame, it means that in the 4 hours time frame you are probably going to see what? A trending market. This is what you find in a smaller time frame. And then for the fact that this trend is moving down like this, it doesn't just mean that you sell anywhere, because you can get stopped out many times even though the trend is down if you are trading in a smaller time frame, right? But you need to learn how to catch those pullbacks, how to use your dynamic trend lines and all of that. Now this is the H4 time frame, and you can see here we have a trending market, right? But we can drop further to smaller time frames, the H1, the 30 minutes. You are still going to see now that the trend becomes clearer here, right? We already have that trending factor in our favor. As they say, the trend is our friend. So from here now, we only want to be looking for what price to pull back to our zones, and then we'll be taking our entries. Now if you look at it very well, based on what I explained, you see that there are times where you can also catch aggressive entries, right? For instance, we had this zone here, we had price after rejecting, leaving behind these candles, price actually came and then broke down from this zone here. So what happened when it breaks down? You look at it very well, you see a very strong candlestick here, which is also like a bearish momentum candle. So this bearish momentum candle here actually indicates that what we have bearish pressure after price has tested the zone and then comes and break. All right, now if you want to enter as an aggressive entry, you can see short here, right? Because you are considering the very strong nature of the trend in the bigger time frame, and then you see now that price drops powerfully. All right, or you want to wait for price to come back and reject in the zone, right? Reject before you enter. So we are only trying to increase our confidence, and then you see how we can actually catch those very strong moves and all of that. So basically you can still catch this move by entering directly or waiting for price to come back and retest, and then you catch the move, entering directly or waiting for price to come and retest, and then you catch the move. Okay, so that is basically how you can use it. Now if you want to combine trend line, like in this situation here, see that I connect the wicks of this candle just like I'm doing a normal trend line. I make sure that it is gentle, right? What I do now, I connect. Now you see that price is actually pulling down, you know, rejection from this zone here. But now if price pulls back to this zone here and then gets rejected at this zone, it's going to give us what? A higher confidence of entry, a higher confirmation that we are going to be shorting. All right, so we see now that if we are shorting here, you see that we have like 3 or 4 confluences in our favor. Number 1, we have a downtrending market, right? Number 2, we have, you know, diagonal resistance, we have horizontal resistance. All right, then the fact that we have price pulling back from an impulsive phase, and then that's another confluence, right? We see that we are going to have a higher win rate. So we are not trying to say that eliminate losing trades, because it's impossible. We always lose, but there are ways in which you can observe, you know, confluences and increase your probability of winning a particular trade, guys. So basically that is what I have for you today. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, please just make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell, so that anytime I post a new video, you're going to be the first to get a notification. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.